Hello and welcome to a brand new season of Zero to Hero. Yes, welcome back to episode 8 of Zero to Hero. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we will be starting our new season in the Vanarama National League with Barrow. Yes, we are still with Barrow. I did apply for new jobs in the summer, but there weren't any that I wanted to accept. The ones that I wanted to accept I didn't get, but more on that in a moment. So yeah, it's brand new season in the Vanarama National League, and we start off against Morecambe, who I believe are one of our rivals. Morecambe are our local rivals, so great game to start the season off with. As things stand, obviously we haven't played any games yet, but we'll have a look to see what the media prediction and the board expect us to do. The board are expecting us to finish mid-table, which is strange considering how our goal was to finish top half last season. So they're actually getting more realistic in their expectations. So hopefully this season we'll have a decent season that the board are happy with. In the season preview we'll have a look, see where the media expect us to finish 11th, which is actually one place lower than what we were expected to finish last season. We actually didn't finish anywhere near that. We finished 18th, I believe. We finished 16th last season, so we only need to finish, I don't know what they class as mid-table. I mean, obviously anywhere between, I'd say between 15th and 9th is mid-table, but that's my opinion. I don't know what the board expect as a mid-table finish, but I want to be able to finish around about where the media expect us to finish, and that's 11th. I wouldn't mind a push towards the playoffs, but I just want to consolidate this season, actually complete a full season at the same club would be nice. But if we can push for those playoffs, then that would be fantastic. I'm trying to be a bit more realistic with my goals, because I think I've been a little bit over ambitious since I started doing these videos. So yeah, the board expect us to finish mid-table. And now we're going to have a look at some of the transfers that we've had. There have been transfers in and out. We got rid of quite a few players at the end of last season. We'll have a look at the released players. We got rid of Grant Holt. He retired, but we couldn't keep him on as a scout, as a coach. He didn't want to come to us, and I don't think he's found a club yet. So we brought in another coach who's actually better than him, but it would have been nice to keep him on. We got rid of Asa Hall, Alex Smith, Harry Paniotto, Andy Parry, Zach Answer and Jordan White. They all went on free transfers, either because I didn't think they were good enough or they didn't want to sign new contracts. So we have retained some of the players that I wanted to keep. So we'll have a look. We've also had Jack Barthram go on. He's gone permanently to Plymouth. They paid $55,000 for him, which isn't bad money considering he wasn't our first choice right back. Although maybe I may have underestimated his abilities as a right back. We've also sent Chris Speed out on loan to Curzon Ashton. He hasn't started at all for us. He was playing down in the under-18s, and he is too old for the under-18s now, but he's not quite good enough to feature for us on a regular basis. So I've sent him out on loan to get some first-team football. So on to the transfers in. Our first sign in the transfer window, we paid actual money for, and it's Frankie Sutherland from Bromley, who went down into the Vanarama National South, I believe, at the end of last season. He's a 24-year-old Irish attacking midfielder. He's actually been capped 5 times at under 21 level. And he has a 3-star current ability and a 4.5-star potential ability, so bags of potential for him. He comes in at, we bought him in at 1,100, and he's on £800 a week on a 2-year contract. He likes to play as an advanced playmaker, so he fits right in where we wanted him. And as things stand, he is our first choice attacking midfielder. We then managed to sign Jordan Nicholson, who we had on loan last season from Peterborough, on a free transfer. He is going to be our backup at the moment in the same position as Sutherland. Although if we do decide to play with wingers later on, that's a spoiler alert there for the formation we're going to be playing. So Jordan Nicholson, 24-year-old English midfielder, 3-star current ability and a 5-star potential ability. So again, bags of potential. He needs to start fulfilling some of it though at the age of 24, and I think maybe some regular first team football would help him, but we'll see how Sutherland starts. If Sutherland starts to drop off, then we'll bring Nicholson in. We then managed to confirm the loan sign of Jamie Philpott on loan from Millwall for the rest of the season. We're not paying him any of his wages. That's all being covered by Millwall. He is a 21-year-old English striker, plays as an advanced forward. He's got a 3-star current ability and a 5-star potential ability. He, as things stand, according to my coaches, he's our 4th best striker, behind 2 of the others that were here last season and a new one who we're going to meet now. Dan Lundulu. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. He is a 19-year-old English striker. Can play as a target man. He has a 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. He joins us on a free transfer from Southampton, where he didn't make an appearance for last season. So he's on £925 a week on a 2-year contract. He'll be back up for Harrison in that position. He's not a natural target man, so we need to hope that he gets a little bit better in that position. We'll see how he progresses. Another free transfer, Danish Gilela. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He is an 18-year-old English defender, centre-back, can also play as a defensive midfielder, as an anchor man. That's his preferred position. He's got a 2-star current ability and a 5-star potential. Again, he's going to be a backup central defender for us. Then we signed Michael Woods. He is a 28-year-old English midfielder, central midfielder. Likes to play as a ball-winning midfielder, Mazzala or Carolero. He has a 3.5-star current and potential ability. He is one of the signings that I really wanted to make this season. He came in on trial for us in the summer, played a few games for us in pre-season and looked fantastic. He comes in on a free transfer from Hartlepool, who he played for last season in the Vanarama National League. Made 10 appearances for them. Didn't have an overly good campaign for them, but hopefully in a team where he's getting regular first team football, that he will make some progress. Another free transfer, another striker, Marcus Denanga, a 20-year-old English striker, plays as an advanced forward. Again, a bit more cover for Yusuf, a bit more competition for Yusuf as well, because he's another one that came in on trial for us in the summer, and he impressed in pre-season, so we managed to make that signing permanent. He's got a 2.5-star current ability and a 5-star potential ability. He came in on a free transfer from Telford. Well, he was on loan at Telford last season, where he made 39 appearances and scored 9 goals in the Vanarama National North. But he came in on the free transfer from Burton, who he was released from. We also managed to sign Joe Pritchard on free transfer. He is a 21-year-old English central midfielder. Likes to play as a central midfielder on attack. We will prefer him to be a box-to-box midfielder or an advanced playmaker. But again, he's a bit of backup for us. He has a 2-star current ability and a 4.5-star potential ability. He came in on a free transfer from Spurs, who he failed to make any appearances for, didn't even go out on loan for them. And finally, another one whose name I'm going to struggle to pronounce, Shepherd Murabedzi. He is a 23-year-old Zimbabwean right wing back. He has a 3-star current and potential ability. We brought him in pretty much as a panic buy because I realised that we were struggling for wing backs and we let Buthram go. So we signed him on a free transfer from Solihull Moors, who I believe went down last season. He made 30 appearances for him last season with 3 assists, 2 Man of the Match awards and an average rating of 6.68, which isn't overly impressive, but hopefully he will be able to impress for us this season. So that's it for the transfers so far. So we'll move on to our first game against Morecambe. Just before we do, those of you who watched the last game of last season will remember that the board set me a points target of 9 points from the next 5 games. We got 3 of those points in our last game of the season, which means we need 6 points from our first 4 games of the season, which isn't an easy task, but hopefully we will be able to come up with the goods and get a couple of wins early on in the season. We are favourites for the match against Morecambe, so hopefully we'll be able to get 3 points against our local rival. And this is the formation we're going with to try and beat our local rivals today. You may recognise it from the last game of last season where we beat Chester. We played so well, and I actually realised towards the end of last season that this is actually the formation that we were playing before I took charge. So they're all quite familiar with it. It suits the players that we've got, so hopefully this should pay dividends for us this season. So we've gone with Moore in goal, Cogill, Niskins and Diarra at the back. Wing backs of Jones and Murabedzi making his debut. A midfield of Gomez and Woods making his debut. And Nicholson playing in just behind Harrison and Philpott. Quite a few debuts in this side today. Hopefully, having played in pre-season together, they will have formed some sort of cohesion between them. We're playing on a control mentality, flexible team shape, with exploit the middle and look for the overlap as the team instructions. Alright, so here we are ready to take on Morecambe. So hopefully, we're at home as well today, so we should be able to control things against Morecambe. I didn't even look to see how we'd done against them last season. I know we signed Barry Roach from them last season, so hopefully taking their goalkeeper off them will have done some good, for us at least. We've had 3 shots so far, none of which have warranted a highlight, because I think we're having long range efforts at the moment. Only one of them's been on target. We've got a lot of possession and we're controlling the game well. As things stand, I think we're the first game, I think we're the opening game of the season because nobody else is playing, and as things stand we sit top on alphabetical order. But we've still not had a highlight. We've had 5 shots, 2 on target, but none of which have warranted a highlight, and we're nearly at half time. I do apologise if you can hear some crackling in the background. It is my fire crackling. I've just put some wood on it because it is freezing as I'm recording this. And we've gone in at half time 0-0, no highlights, very boring first half. We're going to get straight back out for the second half. Hopefully we can create something, because otherwise it's going to be a very boring video and I'm going to have to do another match to start the season off, because you're not going to want to see a match with no highlights at the start of the season. It's just not good. But at the moment, you know what, I'm going to put us on attacking, see if it creates anything. I don't want just a point. Jones crosses the ball to Philpott. Philpott, can he cross it back in? He crossed it to Jones. And I don't know whether Jones hit the post or whether it was a save from their keeper, but we've won the corner. Nicholson with the corner and he can't beat the first man. And now Morecambe are going to break on us. But luckily, their cross was just as bad as our corner. I'm going to have to make some changes soon because we can't just go on like this. They've already made all 3 of their substitutions. But we've had a corner and Cogill blazes wide. 70 minutes in, it's about time we made some changes. Cogill not having the best of games, neither is Murabedzi. So we're going to bring Long on from Murabedzi, and we are going to bring on Philpott's not having the best of games either. So it's going to be a debut for Marcus Diananga, who's going to come on for Philpott and hopefully get a goal on his debut. Fingers crossed we are on attacking. It gives him the best opportunity possible. Let's have a look, see if we can change some of these team instructions. We're going to go for more direct passing and be more expressive. We're going to go on higher tempo as well. Come on, I want a goal, I want a win, first game of the season, only need 3 points from 3 games. 10 minutes left and still nothing. That's it, it's time for overload. We're going on overload. We're going to go fluid. We are going to go pump ball into the box. We're going to close down more. We're going to be more expressive, go route one. We're going to shoot on sight as well. And we're going to take more risks. I want to win this first game of the season. And why is it showing Morecambe as... That's not a good sign. It's showing Morecambe as being top of the league with 3 points. Does that mean they're going to score? We've just given away a penalty. They're going to score this. Oh, and it was a save. What a great save from Moore. But why is it showing as Morecambe as being top of the league with a +1 goal difference when it's still 0-0? I think the game's gone mad. Jones with a cross in. Can't find anybody. Harrison keeps it in, but that's it. So why was it showing Morecambe as being top of the league with a +1 goal difference? That is bizarre. It was a 0-0 end of the game. Great penalty save from Moore, justifying his selection ahead of Roach. And he won player of the match for that save. We've defended well. Well, one of our defenders played well. The other two were rubbish. But other than that, everybody was just average. It's a shame, really. I wanted more from that game. But at least it's another point off the target. We only need 5 points from the next 3 games. So another... Well, still, 2 wins would see us... 2 wins would see us complete that target that was set to us by the board. Lots of people made their debuts. So we'll have a look, see where we're going to come back. Hopefully. So we've got Blythe, Ebbsfleet and Chester in the next 3. Should I really come back against Guiseley? If we make it that far, hopefully we will. I don't want to leave such a short gap. But if we're not going to be here by that point, it would be a good place to know. Right, we're going to... I'm not going to say where we're going to come back, because I don't want to tempt fate and end up getting sacked from Barrow. So if you liked that, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more Football Manager 18 content. And thank you very much for watching.